So, welcome to this video. I'm just having a cup of tea here. If there's some noise, excuse it, because they're doing some construction outside, so I can't really do too much about it. So I haven't really planned out this video, but I thought I would do it more spontaneous. So I actually wanted to give an update of what happened over the last couple of weeks. So first and foremost, I started university like the autumn term. So I'm currently doing one thesis, bachelor thesis, and then I'm doing enrolling my master program, and then I'm doing one other course which is in business, and then I have one more course that's gonna start in October, which is about yoga and meditation. So I have a couple of different courses. And with the thesis, it's not only that you're doing one thesis, you also have to do the scientific method, and then you also doing like a literature review, which is also one like separate course, and then there is the project plan and thesis and all of that. So that's something I've been doing, getting started with, and also I'm moving, so I'm not gonna have this, considering this background ahead. I'm actually gonna go abroad, so I will be going to Jordan, and then from Jordan I will be going to UAE, to Dubai, and that's gonna happen in around sometime in October. But until then I'm gonna move out from this, as you can see in the background, I'm gonna move out of this location probably within the next coming weeks, and then I'm going to be at one of my like family friends' house somewhere in the south of Sweden, and I will be staying there because they have quite a good size house and these things. I will be staying there because I have to be on university. So I wanted to recommend a book actually, because I was currently, when I'm doing the thesis, it's a lot of articles, books, different things. I need to combine it all and get everything like, you know, structured and set up. However, because I don't have an office space currently, so I have to keep all of my stuff mostly in, you know, in my email. So I have like, I don't know how many files I have in my email, and I'm using Google Documents, so I can be more transferring. If I'm at the university, I can use the computers there, because I don't have Word like in my laptop, so I use Google Documents mostly, and that is a really good recommendation if you are a student to check out, of course, Google Documents. But one book that I wanted to recommend, and this one I actually came across this topic by accident because I haven't really been reading about this before, but it is called Ecofeminism, and this one is by Maria Mies. Okay, I probably am mispronouncing her last name, but, and not to forget, Vandana Shiva. So this book is quite interesting. This one was written in the, I think it was written in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check here what it says, you know. Actually, it was written on my year of birth, so in the 93. So it's quite an old book. But this one is, yeah, it's really interesting topic. It's discussing like environment and how feminists viewing the environment type of approaches and stuff, you know. And it is very interesting because, you know, if you're interested in like, let's say, you know, to be more mindful about the environment, this one can be quite interesting. And if you are interested in feminism, like these power structures in the society, how you know, certain things are more dominant in the society, and you know, the balances of different things, this book gives some really interesting perspectives. So one of the authors was based in Germany, and the other one was based in India. So they have like two different approaches to the same sort of topic, and it becomes a very good mix in this book. Yeah, honestly, some of these chapters, they are definitely interesting. I think if you are vegan, plant-based, doing yoga, whatever, this book is gonna be very interesting actually to check out, or just to check out this whole ecofeminism, definitely interesting, So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. I haven't gotten that far in it. I have just started to read it sort of because I haven't really had the time to sit down and read this one, like focus only on this book. I have so many other things I need to be working with, but it is definitely interesting. It's also about colonization, like decolonization of the north, and that's quite an interesting topic if you have interest in that. So definitely interesting book. So yeah, I'm currently doing my bachelor thesis, and I wanted to give some updates on what's coming next. So as I said, I'm gonna be going to Jordan, and I'm still going to be going on some hikes, which I have planned. I have some yoga events there, and I'm going to be doing some work, or in relation to my studies, with yoga teachers in Jordan. Then after I've been there, I will go to Dubai. So I will be in Dubai for a couple of weeks and visit some friends. And then I will see from there. Probably I have to go back to Sweden, because we have the schedule with this thesis package course. We have like 4 different courses according to the credits, how they are sort of divided. But they sort of have a demanded schedule that you need to attend certain amounts of like group discussions and these types of things. So I need to unfortunately be in Sweden just to able to attend these things as well. And also we have some presentations aligned with these different things that I will be doing, both with the thesis and with this literature review. And I want to give some tips if you're going to do a thesis, bachelor thesis. I'm currently doing bachelor thesis, so it's a C-level thesis, but I also have a D-level thesis for the master that I'm, processing, So some of the tips I want to give is because as I said, we are doing a literature review, and of course this is gonna depend on your field of study. Currently I'm doing because I have done one thesis on C-level before, and that one was in the health field, sociology, behaviorism, that type of field. So now I'm doing similar type of thing, so it's also in the sociology, behaviorism, history, religions, human, sort of field. So it is a little bit similar, but it's still different, So I would recommend to go and do research, on a topic first and foremost, like just something you are interested to do your research on. And then when you have done research on that, you should preferably try and narrow down something that you find that previous research has been on. And when you have found something that there is research on, or there might not be research on, but you're finding something that this could be possible to do actual something on in your thesis, then you have sort of narrowed down something. And like when I will be doing this literature review now, before I'm starting with the thesis, I'm trying to gather material, both research articles that are from the research articles that I'm using like a time frame, from the 80s or 70s up until today. So you don't, depending on what you're going to do research on, you may not want to use super old articles, because most new articles, they will refer back to some older articles, so you will have the content from the past in the present, you know, like gather either way. So yeah, so I'm trying to get some articles. I also trying to get some books, and books, academic books, typically published by some university press. It's quite good to, if you're trying to find books for that are relevant for your thesis or literature review, to, you know, check for the ones that are published by universities, because then you know that they most likely are peer reviewed, so you can be sure that the content is connected to scientific research, you know? So yeah, so that's what I'm doing currently, you know. So what I'm going to be doing my thesis on, as I said, I have choose something that I am interested in. I have also considered it, because I'm doing a master also in the same time, that potentially I can find some overlapping, you know, topic that I potentially can blend together and make a thesis more like for the, you know, master degree, you know. So I'm actually, after I'm hopefully finished with this current thesis that I'm doing now on a C level, I was looking into to take another, like a second master degree, you know. So I want to end up having a double master degree, like to have two different master degrees in two different fields. And I'm going to apply for a second master degree from for January to start. And the one that I've been looking into is more in organizational leadership, public administration, you know, and especially like towards policy analysis and, as I said, organization and leadership. Now, will I be working in specifically in that field? I don't know, you know. But I think because of the other master that I have currently doing, it sort of is overlapping with the topics, you know, so I would be able to have a good base to stand on if I have those as my masters, you know. But once I have graduated from the first master that I'm doing, I'm going to be migrating to Australia. So I'm gonna, my intention is to apply for citizenship in Australia. That has been my aim since I started off with my academic studies. That as soon as I had graduated with a master, I would go to Australia and take a citizenship there. And that is still my target goal. Still sticking to it, you know, it's kind of a long-term goal, and it's something I have to work a lot for, obviously, because a master, you know, it's something it's gonna take you up to 5, 6, 7 years in order to achieve. But I'm almost there, you know. So I'm almost, it means that I'm almost in Australia, you know. And what I was thinking about doing with the second master degree is that I would do like one term potentially in Sweden with courses, then the second term I would try and do in Australia if possible, and then I would have one term with practical internship on that specific program that I'm mostly interested in doing, and then I would have the thesis, you know, and then I would have a second master degree. Inshallah, you know, inshallah. So that is what I'm considering doing. So I'm gonna try share some of my like experiences with, you know, if I will be doing exchange studies, how that might be functioning, you know. I'm actually gonna look into doing exchange studies quite soon, because in case I'm intending on doing it from January, I might be going to Australia already in January, I don't know yet, but if I do, I will look into if I can do some exchange studies as well. So therefore I'm gonna try figure that out. So also I was doing some other like cabin crew assessments, you know, which was very interesting. I would definitely recommend anyone who has an interest in the industry, you know, aviation and stuff, to go and go for it if you have the option, you know, because it's really interesting. And the assessments are, they are really, you know, you will learn a lot of stuff on going on those. And just to, you know, find different things that you can actually use in other scenarios as well. They are really good. So yeah, I think that is a summary of what I'm currently have been doing. But as I said, I'm still planning on hiking. I'm still gonna go to Jordan and hike. However, because I have certain obligations to my thesis in Sweden, but at the same time, I'm not going to, I'm gonna be living in a different location, so I'm still thinking about going abroad because I have other locations there where I can live. So therefore I'm considering either way to go abroad, to first to Greece and then to Jordan and then to UAE, to Dubai. But I will see how things will go. But I'm definitely still having plans on hiking. I am not yet equipped with my sort of stuff that I'm going to take with me. I sort of had to turn down the option of going to the north and hike there because it's just too cold, and they have so many small mosquitoes currently, and it's quite cold and a lot of rain, so it's not optimal conditions to do hikes. And it does get quite foggy in the like in the autumn season, and now it's also hunting season, so you don't want to be out in the forest when they are hunting for animals. So therefore I'm gonna do Greece, maybe, but if I have less time I will go directly to Jordan and I will be there, and then to UAE. But I will try to take you along on my hikes. I'm very excited about going and hiking in Jordan because I never done like a proper hike in Jordan, but they have one of the world's nicest trails there, so yeah, so that's gonna be super interesting. I don't know the weather conditions exactly when I will be going there. Sometimes if it's a lot of rain there can be some mud and like slides of earth or whatever, I don't know what's called in English, but that might happen. So I will try and be prepared for whatever weather conditions and, you know, outdoor conditions there might be. So if I have any equipment or something related to hikes, I'm gonna try and update on that as well. Also, let's see, so from January I'm still not sure if I will be doing like the like spring term in one of the other cities in Sweden. I might be in Gothenburg for like the spring, in case I be doing enrolling a master program over there. Otherwise I might be in the UAE or I might be in Australia. So yeah, there might be 3 different options to this, you know, for the spring. But eventually I will be migrating to Australia and I will be taking a citizenship over there. So I think I'm gonna end this video here, but this is like just to update a little bit about what I've been doing and my plans. And as I said, I still have plans on doing some hikes, so I'm very excited about it, you know, because it means I will be outdoor. But my schedule currently with doing that, not only the thesis but doing a literature review, and then having another assignment thing that demands quite a lot of work, and then having a master program and having some other courses on the side. It's quite a lot of work, and I need to keep a lot of things like on deadlines, so I will try and see exactly when I would be able to take a few days off and be hiking, you know, and how that's gonna function exactly. But I will be doing it for sure. And also, yeah, so I think I'm gonna end here, but I just wanted to make this update and have some cup of tea.